Also in April, I visited Alabama, where my heart goes out to everyone who suffered damage and loss during the devastating storms. Although we experienced power outages and damage at the hotel where I stayed, it was nothing compared to the destruction we saw all around us as we left town. I am so grateful that the Auxiliary Emergency Fund is available for members at this time. If you have been blessed enough to have missed this catastrophic weather, I hope you'll consider making a donation to AEF for your fellow members who could really use your help right now. I began the month of May with a visit to Oklahoma, where I toured the Alfred P. Murrah bombing site and Oklahoma Children's Home. The pride was apparent during an 89ers parade in Guthrie, which has been going on for 82 years and is sponsored by the American Legion. In May, I visited Oregon, where I met Mike and Lacey Bryant, a young couple who started Oregon's first privately funded full-service home for homeless veterans, Lacey's House. I also visited veterans' homes in Florida and Kansas, where I attended the department convention, where Kansas delegates collected more than 100 buddy baskets and installed their newly elected officers. In South Dakota, Legion Post Riders from Rapid City, South Dakota Post 22 met me at the airport. I took my first motorcycle ride with an American Legion rider who took me on the 30-minute ride to my hotel. It was fun. I also attended a moving flag ceremony honoring veterans at Mount Rushmore. I then moved on to Connecticut and Rhode Island, where I met a young man named Michael in a psych ward suffering from PTSD. He doesn't have the support of his family, but he let me know how much he appreciates having the support of the American Legion Auxiliary. In June, I had the privilege of commemorating the 67th anniversary of D-Day along with Legion National Commander Jimmy Foster. We were honored guests at a banquet in Sainte-Mère-Église, the first town liberated in the U.S. Allied invasion of Normandy on June 6, 1944. We attended a ceremony at the Airborne Museum in Sainte-Mère-Église, where nearly a dozen U.S. D-Day veterans were honored. Normandy truly is hallowed ground. I attended a wreath-laying ceremony on June 6 at the Normandy American Cemetery, and it is a day I will never forget. I wish every American could visit this site at least once. Upon my return from Europe, I visited the Department of Louisiana for their department convention. I then visited the Indiana Veterans Home with American Legion Auxiliary members from the Department of Indiana. If you haven't been, you should know they have a wonderful museum and library there for the veterans, with all paintings of generals from the Civil War painted by one of the residents. Later in June, I attended Virginia Girls State, where I spoke with delegates and most likely encountered future senators and Supreme Court justices as they participated in the democratic process. I left Girls State fully energized. There's something about their enthusiasm and love of country that is contagious. I know I caught it while I was there. I also visited Nevada Girls State on beautiful Lake Tahoe, where I was thrilled to learn that one of their cities was named after me. I also had the privilege of visiting with the departments of Wyoming, Colorado, and Nebraska. In July, I visited with the departments of Utah, Missouri, Pennsylvania, Iowa, and Michigan. I attended Girls Nation in Washington, D.C., where I was so impressed with the ideals and eloquence of our Girls Nation senators from around the country. While in D.C., I enjoyed a picnic at Walter Reed Army Hospital hosted by the Girls Nation senators to honor our wounded warriors, where again I was so humbled and grateful for the endless commitment of our men and women in uniform. Finally, I had my last official department visit with the state of Montana. And now I'm here before you, full of moving memories and gratitude for the outstanding work you have accomplished this past year in carrying out our mission. I have felt a renewed enthusiasm in our organization, both at national headquarters and in units around the country. We are still a nation at war, and our veterans and active duty military need us now more than ever. It has been a privilege to serve this year alongside National Commander Jimmy Foster and Sons of the American Legion National Commander David Dew. Commander Foster's 2011 theme was SAVED, S-A-V-E-D, which stands for Serving America's Veterans Every Day. Commander Dew's was by their side with honor and pride. And these were more than themes for these gentlemen, let me tell you. These are words they live by. Their dedication to our veterans and our country is inspiring, and they are truly both at work every single day, helping to improve life for our military and our veterans. I have been privileged to work with outstanding leadership this year. both among membership and national headquarters staff. The future leaders of our organization are strong and committed, and our future looks very bright. I have truly gained a sense that members have refocused and rededicated themselves to our mission with their efforts and outreach this year. Our members are doing amazing things, and I am grateful our members have truly embraced the power of one. For each of us truly has the power to make the difference in someone else's life every day. The stories you have shared with me have touched my heart and touched the lives of veterans, our military, and military families across the country in so many ways. Thank you for that. According to my calendar, today is the last day I will serve you as your national president. But don't be fooled by the calendar. There are only as many days in a year as you make use of. I, for one, plan to spend many more days carrying out the mission of the American Legion Auxiliary and showing my appreciation and respect for our nation's service members. Each day is a gift. I know I will treasure my gift of serving you for the last 12 months and sharing in a commitment to carrying out the American Legion Auxiliary mission. God bless our veterans. God bless our military and their families. God bless each of you, and always, God bless America.